Hombre lobo.
Eso es un... Está revolviendo la basura, no puede ser, me vio, no.
For years, people noticed something strange. Videos of mysterious creatures would appear online, then vanish without explanation. Some now believe they weren't removed by accident, but quietly buried to prevent widespread panic. Allegedly, insiders and former officials have begun leaking archived footage once kept out of public reach, and those clips are spreading faster than they can be contained.
Get away from my melons!
From shadowy forests and empty streets to oceans and abandoned buildings, these sightings reveal figures that move with purpose, not randomness. If even a fraction of these recordings are real, then the question isn't just what's out there, it's how long they've been watching us. In a quiet clearing where ritual smoke drifts between ancient trees, a lone spiritual figure begins an unusual invocation. The footage shows a shaman woman in the forest summoning what appears to be a tall, massive, hairy, human-like creature with enormous hands and feet, standing upright and staring directly at her. She chants calmly, moving with confidence, as though this encounter is expected. The being does not attack or flee, it simply watches, almost respectfully. From my perspective, the lack of fear between them is the most unsettling detail. If this is staged, it is remarkably controlled. If not, what kind of connection allows a human to summon something that size and remain unharmed? Under harsh fluorescent lights behind a quiet store, something moves near a trash bin that should have been empty.
Hombre lobo.
Eso es un... Está revolviendo la basura, no puede ser, me vio, no.
An employee on a late shift captures what looks like a werewolf searching through garbage, its full wolf-like body balanced upright on two legs with a large head and thick fur. When the creature notices it's being recorded, it abruptly leaves the bin and runs toward the workers before disappearing. Some viewers believe it's a person in a costume, pointing to its movement patterns and timing. Others insist the proportions and speed don't match a human at all. Whatever it was, the employee's panicked voice suggests this wasn't a planned encounter. What started as a casual visit to a quiet body of water quickly turned into something the group could not explain. A couple of friends visiting a dam noticed two strange aquatic creatures moving beneath the surface. The first had an extremely long, snake-like neck with four fins along its sides and a long fin tail helping it glide through the water. The second resembled a catfish-headed being with an elongated body and 4 feet positioned near its head and tail. They kept whispering in disbelief while filming from a distance. Neither creature seemed disturbed by their presence. Were these unknown species adapting to deep water habitats, or something never meant to be seen? Far out at sea, a calm day suddenly shifts when someone spots movement breaking the water's surface.
Guys, wait. There's something moving out there. Hold on. Holy shit, it's huge! Bro, it's gone!
A group on a boat struggles to identify a distant shape until they zoom in, revealing what looks like a massive, long-necked creature lifting its head briefly before dipping back into the ocean. The sighting lasts only seconds, but enough to send the group into stunned silence. Some observers online argue it resembles marine animals seen from unusual angles, possibly a whale or large eel. Others insist the neck length and posture don't match known species. The briefness of the appearance only deepens the mystery surrounding what they witnessed. A quiet wooded area turns tense when something perched high above suddenly becomes visible.
¿Lo estás viendo?
Sí.
Sí.
Dios, eso no es un ave.
Tranquilo.
Mira cómo se mueve.
No.
A group of men filming casually notice what looks like a dragon sitting on a branch. Its long, lizard-like body balanced with two bat-like wings folded at its sides and a long tail hanging beneath. As soon as it senses their attention, it spreads its wings and flies away with surprising speed. Their voices shift from curiosity to panic as they try to follow it with the camera. The creature's proportions appear too balanced to be a simple prop. If something like this truly exists, where could it hide without being seen daily? The entrance of a rocky cave in Arizona becomes the focus of attention when something stands just inside the darkness. A man hiking near the cave films what he believes is an alien-like figure, zooming in to reveal a glowing-looking head, long, slender limbs, and a thin body standing upright on two legs. The footage remains shaky but focused enough to show the figure standing at the entrance of the cave. Hikers familiar with the area claim unusual sightings have been reported there before. The isolation of the location makes the moment even more unsettling. An eerie stillness settles over a graveyard before the camera even fully adjusts to the darkness. Visitors exploring at night capture what appears to be a spider-like creature with 6 legs, a large head, glowing eyes, and a mouth stained with a dark substance. Behind it, shadowy humanoid figures move slowly, almost like followers. The creature emits disturbing sounds that echo between tombstones. From my viewpoint, the coordinated movement between the spider-like being and the figures behind it suggests intentional staging or an unknown hierarchy. Either way, the environment amplifies the fear. Graveyards already unsettle people. Adding movement like this turns discomfort into dread. High on a tree branch, something sits feeding quietly as if unaware of human presence.
Dapat kawan baru na. Woi, lagi santai kawan. Pakai. Ela dunia kawan santai. Pakai. Kawan. Kawan. Well.
A group of friends filming at night capture a horned creature with glowing eyes, a black body with red highlights, clawed hands, and 2 feet gripping the branch. It appears to have just finished hunting and is eating, occasionally glancing around the forest. The friends whisper, debating whether to get closer or leave. The creature's posture suggests confidence rather than fear. Its eyes reflect the light in a way that feels deliberate. If predators like this exist in remote areas, how often do they observe humans without ever being noticed? A backyard security camera records more than just routine nighttime movement in a quiet Oklahoma City neighborhood. Late at night, a strange creature emerges from the darkness, targeting a cat. The cat fights back and escapes just as a dog approaches, possibly driving the creature away. It has a rat-like head, huge eyes, long pointed ears, and a slender body with long limbs and dark feet that look almost like socks. Many viewers believe it could be a diseased animal or digital manipulation, while others say its movements look too coordinated. The way it stumbles while chasing the cat makes the encounter feel disturbingly real. Snow crunches underfoot as a solitary figure records movement across a frozen landscape.
Joder, ahí está otra vez. No hagas ruido, está enorme. ¿Qué es eso? No es un oso. Mierda, nos vio.
A man filming at night captures what appears to be a giant white gorilla walking upright through the snow. The creature has a massive furry body with a mostly bare face and long human-like arms swinging at its sides. When the man speaks, the being stops and stares directly at him, creating a tense standoff. His voice trembles as he whispers into the camera. The snowy silence makes every movement clearer. If something this large can roam unnoticed in remote regions, how many sightings go unrecorded in places without cameras? A quiet rural setting suddenly erupts into chaos when a predator emerges from the darkness.
Le premier loup-garou filmé.
The footage shows a massive fox-like creature sprinting on four legs before grabbing a goat with its forelimbs and retreating into the shadows using its back legs. Its ability to switch between four-legged and two-legged movement shocks the person filming. The animal's size and strength appear far beyond that of a typical fox. The goat's sudden disappearance leaves the area silent again. Encounters like this raise questions about undiscovered predators living close to human settlements, adapting quietly without being fully documented. Inside a dim hallway, routine security duty turns into a moment of confusion and fear. A security guard and his dog charge toward an alien-like figure standing at the end of the corridor. The being repeatedly lowers and raises its large head, revealing a grayish body with long, slender limbs and a towering presence. The guard whispers commands while the dog barks aggressively. From my perspective, the creature's movements appear almost curious rather than hostile, as if observing rather than attacking. The setting suggests a workplace environment, possibly a warehouse or office building. If it entered unnoticed, how long had it been wandering those halls before detection? Deep in dense jungle terrain, a silent standoff unfolds between two very different creatures.
They're just staring at each other. I have never seen anything like that. And it's gone.
A man filming wildlife captures a lion facing a reptilian-looking being with scaled skin, long arms, and a lizard-like head. The two stare at each other briefly before the lion slowly backs away, avoiding confrontation. The unknown creature then lowers itself to all fours after the lion retreats. Wildlife enthusiasts argue the clip could show an unusual animal film from a confusing angle. Others claim the lion's cautious withdrawal suggests recognition of a real threat. When a top predator chooses retreat over attack, it forces observers to reconsider what might exist beyond documented species. An abandoned house in Virginia holds more than dust and broken windows. The person filming gasps and backs away, clearly shaken. The building's isolation adds to the tension, suggesting no ordinary resident could be inside. The sudden aggression from the figure feels almost territorial. What kind of presence chooses abandoned spaces as shelter, and why reveal itself only when observed? Across a quiet farmland, unusual movement among crops catches a farmer's attention.
Hey! Get away from my melons!
The video shows a group of small goblin-like creatures eating melons and playing around as if the land belongs to them. They have furry bodies, pointed ears, short limbs, and wear brown robe-like clothing. The farmer shouts repeatedly, ordering them off his property, but they ignore him, laughing and continuing to play. Their behavior appears mischievous rather than aggressive. The casual interaction suggests this may not be the first time they've appeared. Rural environments often hold unexplained sightings, and this one blurs the line between folklore and something unexpectedly physical. A quick movement in a natural setting turns into a clear example of predatory survival.
É horrível, né? Mas é a natureza, então o que a gente vai fazer?
The footage captures what appears to look like a marmoset with a monkey-like face and sharp claws catching a bird before eating it. Its small black furry face with white highlights gives it an unusual appearance, making the encounter seem more mysterious than it likely is. The person filming remains quiet, observing from a safe distance. Unlike other clips, this one reflects real wildlife behavior rather than something supernatural. Even so, the intensity of the moment reminds viewers that nature itself can look unsettling when seen up close and unfiltered. A sudden burst of barking breaks the silence in what appears to be a parking or storage area. A German Shepherd charges toward a strange gray-skinned creature pushing a trolley before it drops everything and runs away in fear. The being has a large head, bent limbs, and moves awkwardly as it escapes. From my own assessment, its reaction suggests intelligence and awareness rather than animal instinct, almost like someone caught trespassing. The dog's aggressive pursuit adds urgency to the scene. If this figure was using tools like a trolley, what purpose brought it into human spaces before being discovered? Movement near a tree trunk draws attention as something small but quick tries to stay hidden.
¿Lo están viendo? Ahí en la rama.
Sí, no te acerques más.
Está mirándonos.
Cállate. Mira cómo se arrastra.
Se mete. Dios santo.
A couple filming outdoors capture a goblin-like creature wearing a brown cap and clothing with green skin, pointed ears, and clawed fingers and toes. It notices the humans almost immediately and runs into a hollow tree as if seeking shelter. The camera struggles to keep up as it disappears inside. The witnesses whisper in disbelief, unsure whether to approach or leave. Its behavior resembles a threatened animal retreating to safety. If beings like this exist in wooded areas, how many remain unseen simply because they know how to hide? What you've seen tonight may look unbelievable, but the patterns are difficult to ignore across different places, different cameras, and different witnesses. The same unsettling theme keeps repeating. We might not be alone in the spaces we think we understand. If even one of these clips holds a fragment of truth, then something is moving quietly beyond our everyday view, watching, learning, existing just outside the edges of what we call normal. Stay alert, keep your eyes open, and tell me in the comments which sighting disturbed you the most, because this might only be the beginning.